Welcome to the world of biology through Jackwork classes of Jagran Public School, Noida. Today, with the continuation of this chapter, Principles of Inheritance in Unit Genetics and Evolution, we will cover the topics related with the different types of deviations from Mendel's laws of inheritance. This topic we have started in previous part also, but there we have taken the incomplete dominance and codominance phenomenon related with the deviations from Mendel's laws of inheritance, and today we will focus on out of these six topics on multiple alleles and polygenic inheritance with reference to Mendel's laws of inheritance. After today's class, the learning outcomes that we are expecting, which are knowledge based, like that, you will be able to know and recall the basic concept of inheritance according to Mendel's principles in earlier parts that we have learned. And you will also be able to define concept of multiple alleles and polygenic inheritance. In skill-based learning outcomes, you will be able to practice your listening and speaking skills to compare deviations in Mendel's results with reference to concept of multiple alleles as well as polygenic inheritance with the help of some examples. And you will also be able to critically analyze the deviations in Mendel's result of inheritance with these two phenomenon, multiple alleles and polygenic inheritance. With these knowledge based and skill based learning outcomes, you will be able to develop some competencies after this class, that is collaborative learning, critical thinking and problem solving, as well as communication and analytical skills to solve various problems and exercises related with the topics that we are studying in today's class. Now let's start with our today's class. This class with deviations from Mendel's laws, and in today's class we will take the other deviations. In earlier class of this topic we have discussed incomplete dominance and codominance phenomenon related with the deviated result of the Mendel's laws. In today's class we will focus on the another two deviations, multiple alleles, polygenic inheritance, and about pleiotropy and epistasis also we will talk about. Now that we have already covered up in our earlier class, inheritance of traits and incomplete dominance and codominance with reference to the blood group in humans. Now we will start with this slide that is about the multiple alleles or multiple alleles, which is also a deviated result from the Mendel's laws. Now, most genes occur in two alternate forms according to this phenomenon, which is known as multiple alleles, and these two alternate forms are known as alleles that are responsible for the same trait. And in case of Mendel's laws of inheritance, Mendel has suggested most genes occur in two alternate forms, but the alleles are located at the same locus of the homologous chromosomes. Now, alleles for flower color, you can see here two different flower colors. Locus for flower color gene is here, allele for white flower. In this case, allele for white flower, and in this case, allele for purple flower is present here. Now, Allele for blue eyes recessive and allele for brown eyes dominant, that we have seen in case of human beings. Alleles for eye color in human beings, you can see here heterozygous, which shows brown eyes, homozygous, which shows brown eyes, and homozygous, which shows blue eyes. That is shown here the case of multiple alleles where more than two alleles are present. Now, with the help of one example, try to understand the phenomenon of multiple alleles or multiple allelism. Some genes may have more than two allelic forms, means 3 to 20 forms can also occur in these cases, and types of multiple alleles, dominant allele, recessive allele, all other alleles are in between dominant and recessive allele, means one dominant form and recessive allele as usual, like in case of Mendel's law or Mendel's principles of inheritance are also present here, but the other forms are in between these dominant and recessive trait. For example, gene I is responsible for producing surface sugar on RBCs, that we have, this example we have already studied in case of codominance also. And this same example we can study here to study the phenomenon of multiple allelism also, because in this case also there are three allelic forms, IA, IB and I naught or small I. These are the three alleles which are responsible for the blood groups in case of human population. The gene I determines ABO blood grouping in human beings due to three allelic forms. It represents not two but four types of different blood groups in human beings. You can see this chart. Allele from parent 1 and allele from parent 2 when are of IAIA type, then genotype of the offsprings will be IAIA, which result in the blood group A of that offspring. And if allele from parent 1 IA and from parent 2 it will be IB, and genotype of the offsprings in that case will be IAIB, and which leads to the blood group AB. That means both the allele IA and IB show their effect, due to which blood group is AB in this case, which we have discussed in codominance, means both are dominating. Now IA from one parent and I naught or small I from the another parent, that makes the genotype of offsprings as IA and I naught, which where the IA will be dominant and blood group will be A in that case. And if allele from parent 1 IB and from parent 2 IA, in that case also the genotype of offsprings IAIB, which leads to the phenotypic blood group as blood group AB. If one parent and the another parent both are sharing or both are representing with IB or IB, in that case genotype of the offsprings homozygous IB, and that results in the blood group B again. And in this case also, where from one parent IB allele is there and from one another parent there will be I naught or small I, then also B will dominate over the small I, and it will also result in it B blood group of the offspring. If from both the parents only one type of allele, that is I naught or small I are contributing, in that case offspring's genotype will be small I, and it leads to the blood group O. and that is the example of multiple allelism, and as well as due to the dominancy of both the allele here in the presence of both these allele, in that case it is showing the codominance phenomenon also. Now come to know about the qualitative inheritance and quantitative inheritance. Try to understand these facts. Certain characters are easily recognizable when expressed. Such characters are called qualitative characters. For example, starchy kernels, sweet kernels of sweet corn, and flower color and seed shape, etc. Here, flower color related qualitative inheritance is shown in this figure, qualitative character in the form of flower color. And when we are talking about one of the example of that qualitative inheritance in case of maize, we can see that several independent genes can contribute to the effect which makes it additive or qualitative characters will be shown here. These genes are called multiple factors, and the trait in that case is called polygenic because it is governed by more than one gene. That's why this phenomenon is known as polygenic. One character governed by or regulated by more than one gene. Then the case of inheritance is known as polygenic inheritance, which is a type of qualitative inheritance. Polygenic inheritance can be expressed qualitatively. For example, the color of maize grain is controlled by several genes, and each of them having two allelic forms. And here you can see that different colors in that maize due to that phenomenon of polygenic inheritance. Now, in another case, when we are talking about polygenic inheritance with reference to quantitative inheritance, we can see this example. Characters that can be measured are called quantitative characters. The expression of these characters may show gradual or continuous variations, like ear length, size of grain, number of seeds, etc., are quantitative characters which can be measured. And several independent genes contribute to the effect, and that effect is also of additive type. That's why it is known as quantitative, and that gene in that case are called multiple factors. And again, this type of trait is also coming in polygenic inheritance. That means we can conclude that polygenic inheritance is showing two types of inheritance. One is quantitative and another is qualitative. Maize color is due to the maize, in case of maize grain, different color is due to the qualitative polygenic inheritance, and size of the maize grain, that results due to the polygenic inheritance of quantitative type. One more example to understand the multiple uh, factors, or we can say that polygenic inheritance is related with our skin color. Skin color in human beings can also be explained about the multiple factor, or that one character, where one character is governed by more than one genes. Davenport in Davenport 1910 studied human skin color as a polygenic character. And skin color is controlled by several pairs of separate genes according to his studies, and these genes are A, B, and C. The frequency of dark skin color is due to the homozygous form of these three alleles, or three genes, capital A, capital BB, and capital CC. When all are dominant alleles present in homozygous condition, these genes are present, then the dark skin color is observable as phenotype. It increases from 1 upon 64 to a maximum of 20 upon 64 for intermediate skin color, and that genotype will be capital A small a, capital B small b, capital C small c, and before reducing again to 1/64 for very light skin, the color will be truly homozygous recessive for all the pair of genes. A person who is heterozygous for all three genes A, B, C will have intermediate skin color, and with the help of this chart you can easily understand this type of qualitative inheritance in case of human skin color. Here, as the we know that these are the dominant gene A, capital B and capital C, and degree of darkness and lightness will depend upon that how many more number of dominant genes are present in them and how many more numbers of recessive gene is are present in them. That you can see with the help of this chart. In that case there will be 64 probable combinations regarding these three genes in human skin, which leads to so many color variation in humans. The same example we can see to understand the polygenic inheritance in the form of multiple factors, that is skin color in mice. Multiple factors for skin color is also seen for mice for color, and 8 possible gametes, that is 64 possible phenotypes can form here also with reference to color of their fur. Here the three are shown: homozygous recessive, AA, small a, small a, small b, small b, small c, which is the lightest skin color. Then heterozygous dominant, capital A, small a, capital B, small b, capital C, small c, which shows intermediate skin color in case of mice. And homozygous dominant condition, that is capital A, capital A, capital B, capital B, capital C, shows the dark skin color in mice. Now this about the pleiotropy and the another one, that is epistasis, we will take in next class. And let's start with some other presentation with the help of which you will be able to understand more the concept of the polygenic inheritance. With the help of this video you can try to understand it with more understanding.
Polygenic traits. Mendel's laws of inheritance imply an organism's physical appearance is determined by genes. When Mendel experimented with pea plants, he achieved distinct results because in peas, one trait is determined by one gene. But in humans and other animals, such as birds and insects, some traits, known as polygenic traits, are controlled by more than one gene. All of the characteristics which make us unique are determined by genes, the genetic material present in chromosomes. They are codes for a particular trait. In our body, for example, there are genes for eye color and hair curls. A stretch of DNA or DNA sequence contains instructions for making a protein and is known as a gene. Genes carry biological information that will be copied and transmitted to a subsequent generation each time a cell divides and forms two daughter cells. An allele is a variation of a gene. It controls the same characteristic but produces a different effect. Consider the gene that determines your eye color. There are two variations or alleles of the gene, brown or blue eye color. When homologous chromosomes pair together, they will have alleles at the same relative position. Both alleles can be the same or different. For instance, if the allele for brown eyes is uppercase B and the allele for blue eye color is lowercase b, on homologous chromosomes they may be the same, uppercase B, or lowercase b, or different, uppercase B, lowercase b. In humans, a trait may be controlled by more than one gene. Humans are neither always tall nor always short. Instead, there are numerous variations in height. Height in humans is determined by more than one gene, meaning it is a polygenic trait. Individually, each gene has only a small effect, but when all of the genes interact or add up, they will produce a substantially visible result. In human genetics, weight, height, shape, and color are polygenic traits. Polygenic genes are determined by environmental variations, meaning two individuals can be genetically identical for height but may differ due to the environment and nutrition. Overall, polygenic traits do not follow the simple inheritance ratios found by Mendel. Summary: polygenic traits are characteristics determined by more than one gene. Polygenic traits do not follow Mendel's inheritance pattern. Polygenic traits may be influenced by environment. In human genetics, weight, height, shape, and color are polygenic traits.
I hope that with this presentation you will be able to understand the concept of polygenic inheritance and multiple alleles in a well manner. And for multiple alleles, you can again see the same repeated example of the blood group with the help of this video again in this class also. We are talking about human blood group, which is again showing the multiple alleles as well as codominance.
Inheritance of human blood groups. Human blood groups, also known as blood types, are inherited through a phenomenon known as codominance. With codominance, both the dominant and recessive traits will occur simultaneously and without blending. Based on the reactions of antigens and two antibodies, human blood groups are most commonly divided into four types: A, B, AB, and O. These four groups can be expressed through the use of three different alleles: IA, IB, and I. IA and IB are the dominant allele, while I is recessive. IA will produce antigen A, IB will produce antigen B, and the recessive allele I will not produce any antigen. During inheritance, the two dominant alleles will not blend, but will instead be expressed in the phenotype as two different traits. An individual with IA-IB will produce both A and B antigens and will therefore possess AB blood group. Let's look at the inheritance blood groups from different sets of parents. If the gametes from both parents have dominant IA-IA alleles, all the children will inherit an IA allele. meaning each child will have the blood group A. If the gametes from both parents have dominant IB alleles, all the children will inherit an IB allele, meaning each child will have blood group B. If both parents have recessive alleles I, all children will inherit the recessive non-antigen producing alleles. This means the blood groups of their offspring will be similar to that of their parents O. Let's look at a case in which one parent has a dominant IA allele and one recessive allele I, and the other parent has one dominant IB allele and one recessive allele I. In this inheritance, both dominant alleles will pass to 25% of the children through a codominant pattern, resulting in blood group AB. 25% of their children will have group A, 25% will have group B, and the remaining 25% will have both recessive alleles, group O. Summary: the human blood groups are divided into 4 types: A, B, AB, and O, based on the reactions of antigens and 2 antibodies. The 4 blood groups are expressed by the 3 different alleles IA, IB, and I.
which is known as multiple alleles.
IA and IB are dominant alleles, and lowercase I is recessive. When 2 dominant traits are crossed and both are expressed individually, the phenomenon is known as codominance. Human blood groups are inherited through codominance.
With that, I hope that in today's class, whatever 2 deviations we have taken here, as one of them is multiple alleles and another is polygenic inheritance in the form of qualitative and quantitative inheritance. With the help of these examples and presentation, it will be clear to you. Now, thank you to all of you, and in next class we will talk about the next 2 deviations, that is pleiotropy and epistasis.